Now, what is this I hear about the money faucet being turned off? What's going
Oh,
on?
I know. I was afraid to say something because you usually throw me out when I give bad news. But Jupiter, the planet of luck and abundance, the expansive planet, has been directing forward for 10 months, which kind of has been spurring the recovery a bit. Well, literally, it stopped its forward motion on Friday, and it is now backing up. It's going to back up for 4 months until January. And that just means that the money faucet is turned off a little bit. I don't want to say turned completely off, but it certainly indicates a shrinking of the economy rather than a growing of the economy.
So, and a lot of that will depend on what we do
2 weeks from now. And I think that's kind of interesting, too, because that's the day Mercury retrogrades. So we'll talk about that now. I know. Again, I'll get thrown out of the studio. So what we are going to talk about is the sun has changed signs, has left the sign of Libra, and yesterday went into the sign of Scorpio. And wherever the sun is where your identity is, where your attention is focused for 30 days or so. So for Scorpios, it's about them. It's about them getting what they want. It's about them actually, in a sense, growing up, because Saturn is in their sign, growing up and accepting responsibility for the way it is rather than the way they want it to be, which I think is a very important thing for them. For Sagittarians, this is the end of their solar year. It's time for them to take a step back, look over the past years, see what they like, see what they don't like, finish up projects, because they don't really have any energy right now to start new ones. So they need to finish up rather than start anew. For Capricorns, it is time to reach a hope, wish, goal, or objective through the help of their powerful and well-placed female friends rather than male friends come through for Capricorns. And it really is time for them to reach for the brass ring. For Aquarians, it's in the 10th house of career and public standing, and their professional fate is going to be decided over the next 30 days or so, one way or the other. And they've done just about everything they can to impact it. So it's a matter of sitting back and just waiting for the edicts to come down. For Pisces, great time of year for Pisces. The sun is in their 9th house. Legal matters go well for them. Educational matters, contracts, important matters at a distance all go very, very well for the Pisces. For Aries, it's about other people's resources flowing their way. It's almost though some money drops out of the sky on Aries. It's an unearned income kind of a thing rather than an earned income kind of a thing. But they benefit from somebody else's resources rather than their own. For Tauruses, the sun is opposing their sign, and it means that it's about them getting what it is that they want inside of partnerships and taking the lead in a partnership as well. And for Pat, it just means a lot more visibility and a lot more work and a lot more people pointing at her saying, what are you going to do about this?
Well, she leads Christmas Wish, and I know she'll do it well.
Absolutely. For Geminis, it's in their 6th house of work and responsibilities. And Geminis, don't waste any more time than you need to tracking down a rumor at work. Instead of tracking down a rumor, just do your job to the very best of your ability, and the powers that be will notice it. For Cancers, it's in their 5th house of love affairs, children, amusement, sports, pleasures. It's a fun time. For Cancers, they want to have fun. This is their favorite time of year to fall in love, to entertain, to be entertained, and sports go well for them too, so go Giants. For Leos, it is in their 4th house of home. They have things that they need to nail down at home. Home matters are very important for them. They are consolidating their home where they had been in an expanded plan over the last 2 or 3 years. Now it's time to consolidate that a bit and solidify that and make sure that that supports them and is stable for them. So rather than doing a whole bunch of stuff outside the home, they really are dealing with matters close to home rather than at a distance. And then for Virgos, it's in their 3rd house of day-to-day living, contracts, negotiations. Virgos, if they're smart, can cut out a pretty good deal for themselves. Okay. I was just trying to do that. And it's a good time for them to limit the scope of what they do and sort of pick 1 or 2 things and give that their undivided attention rather than a scattershot approach and doing as many things as they can. And then for Libra, it's about how can we make more money? How can we make more money? How can we maximize our own resources? And an economic opportunity comes the Libra's way, kind of out of the blue, but it really is a result of hard work and people noticing the hard work that they've done. So it's a good financial time for them. So that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac.
Ah, wonderful. Well, have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Always a pleasure.